like it, but then I'm like, what if it gives me like a certain freedom? Then I'm gonna start without them. See how I do.
You're gonna hear no drops, no nothing.
Oh, the drops. That is true.
We could we could set up monitors.
You know what I wonder? Anytime there's a podcast where they have like they play voicemails and shit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times the people aren't wearing headphones. I'm just like, how are they doing that?
I guess they have just like a monitor.
But if they're playing in the
somewhere.
room, wouldn't you hear it on the
you
on
would.
the mics?
Maybe it's like the mics have like a gate on them and it's not super loud.
Yeah.
I
feel like I would just be like, I can't hear it.
What are they saying? Can you transcribe it for me?
You're right. The drops. I need the drops.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, you look good without the head. The problem is if you do your hair, it looks good without the headphones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like do my hair though. Even when I get my haircut, I say I want the most low maintenance haircut as possible. I was like, I don't like to like style my hair and spend time on like dude. For me, I'm so kind of OCD about stuff that I'm just like, I will just be worried about what my hair looks all the time.
Yeah.
Unless it's a haircut though, where I'm just like, it doesn't really matter. That's what I want in life.
That's a shaved head.
But the problem is, I think I worry about how it looks constant when my head is shaved because I just don't like it. And honestly, I think people really like how their head feels when they have a shaved head. I was like not into it.
I like feeling a shaved head.
Like with your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels really good.
No,
It feels like you're petting a fucking chihuahua or something.
A few years ago, I got a haircut and they shaved the sides of my, like what are these, sideburns?
Ooh, that's like the cardinal sin.
Yeah, she was like, "Can I try something out?" And I was like, "I don't care." She was nice. I don't know. We bonded on NPR, so who knows?
Oh yeah, they is a safe assumption for sure.
But yeah, they did it, and afterwards I was like, "Oh, it feels good," and it grew out. But it was fun to play. I would play with it constantly.
Like, so she just made them like a little shorter.
Yeah, so like she took like a little triangle like above my ear, and like it's kind of like
I see what you mean. Like I get it.
She was trying something.
She was probably trying to make it so you're like a little baby hairs, flyaways here.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that makes sense.
She brought out the razor. She's like, "Hold on, you're not getting a buzz cut." I was like, "All right, yeah, do whatever you want, girl. Go off."
I'm trying to like get my eyebrows like really shaped. Like you see those videos of like, I get a lot of barber content on my For You page. But I think the reason that is because I watch a lot of like disgusting ingrown hair and like blackhead videos and stuff, and a lot of that stuff is posted on barber pages because half those people that are finding them are like people are getting a shave and they're like, bro, you have like a fucking crazy thing going on here, and they pull it out and it's like, you know, an afro's worth of hair that was like in a little pocket on their neck
in there for years.
It's so disgusting, but I do wish that would happen to me.
Maybe one day. Maybe you'll get your wish this Christmas.
Dude, my problem is all I do is survey every speck of my skin to see if I have like something like that. Like every day I do that.
And you get nothing.
Not really, no. Every now and then I'll get like a really I told you recently on my neck I had I forget what it's called, but I had a hair that grew horizontally under the skin.
Yeah.
So I think it's called a hair splinter maybe. But I've never had anything like that where it was disgusting and I was like kind of excited about it.
But it wasn't a full
No,
afro
it wasn't like a pop or anything cool.
No.
It was just like I had an irritated spot on my neck. And it was kind of red, and I was like, I can't really tell what's going on here. And I was looking in the mirror, and it's like obviously a hard spot to see. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yes, welcome back.
And
we're back in the stew. Back in the stew.
Yeah, we gotta come up with a cool name
for the studio.
Until we move into our new studio next year, because that's our thing. We just like switch it up.
Yeah, you gotta stay fresh. That will be the epic move. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have like a Rob Dyrdek's like fun house or whatever that shit was called.
I know where we shot
Dream Camp?
the webbed wing video for the first single.
Oh, for the further video.
Yeah, I was like, man,
god damn,
that would be kind of cool. But maybe not in that area, but something like that would be kind of tight. I'd even take it in the area.
The area didn't bother me it was just because of like the location of the place, like the proximity to where we live was a little far.
It would be, I guess it would be perfect to get a studio right near, kind of in not Old City, but just near like all the venues, you know, like on Spring Garden. If you had to get
right off like a little side street off Spring Garden, that'd be fucking awesome.
You're playing a gig and it's like, hey, you want to stop by for a few? We're recorded. Stop by,
if they didn't charge like, because dude, there's so many rundown like straight up bombed out garages and shit, and I've been walking around looking at them, and I'm just like, dude, maybe I'll buy one of these, but they probably cost like a ton of money.
Well, yeah, because they want people to come and buy them and knock them down, basically. It's like
right, and that's the thing, and like. It will appreciate in value, but it's not like the building is going to gain any value. It's just the plot.
Yeah.
But because of the plot, I'm going to have to spend a fucking arm and a leg if I buy one.
And you don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that. But I am like, dude, you know how fucking satisfied I would be if I had like a garage that I could go to?
Oh, dude. My dream setup is garage underneath, live above. But like, I'm not talking like, I'm like a nice place. I'm talking like you have a nice garage underneath.
Dude, see, I want like a garage that I can go to. Even if it's across the yard, I need like I'm going to the office.
I'm going to the garage across the street.
Because, dude, then you just have, you got fucking pinball games in there.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be so awesome.
Sounds good. I don't know. Then I'd be like, I don't want to go today.
You think? Dude, if you had like a cool desk set up there, you could just set your laptop up, nice monitors or something.
Money is like not really an option, like not really a factor here, but like you got to stay within a budget. Yes, it would be awesome because here's what I would do: get a like, nice spot, and I'd hire like cleaners, so it would always be just like nice and clean.
Oh, dude, so I wouldn't do that.
So I wouldn't have to worry. I'd just be like, it's not. You walk in, it's already.
I'd have too much cool stuff in there. I don't trust people to not steal my pinball games.
A nice little cleaner. I don't want to clean the spot. You know what I mean. I mean, just for the guys, maybe we'll make it nice and dirty, but
that's kind of obvious. I would like have a broom and I would keep it like, tidy-ish, but it's the man cave, bro.
Kind of cool to have a car like in the corner, like an old type.
Oh,
like
dude,
MG
you know I'm gonna have the fucking
thing.
the choppers in the one corner.
Yeah, there's that one garage on Saviva down in Philly here, and it's like. It's kind of like wooden. Apparently, there used to be a show filmed out of there. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah,
I
know where you're talking
across
about.
From the park. That would be awesome. I would be like, a place like that would rock. Nice and big inside.
That's the dream, man. Just garage with all your cool stuff in it.
Yes.
But I do follow this guy that like archives a lot of like motorcycle club culture stuff and like a bunch of like gang culture, and he has this huge, he's like a millionaire, so he has this huge warehouse with all this like tons of valuable stuff. And like a year or so ago he got these dudes broke into his warehouse thinking it was like a grow operation, and they like didn't really steal anything valuable because they were thinking they were about to steal pounds of weed. But they like fucked this guy's place up, and I'm like, oh, it would suck for just like the wrong person to find out that your cool garage had like a lot of cool stuff in it.
Yeah, it would kind of suck.
But that's why I would sleep in there in a chair in front of the door with a shotgun, like Tony Soprano when he's in the backyard waiting for the bear with the straight up AK-47.
Yeah, that could be a vibe. Maybe a few cameras. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to have. Yeah. Does it matter that keeps flickering?
Nah, just the output.
Just the output.
Yeah, just the output, guys.
Dude, the big day is next week.
Big day is next week. It's this week. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow when this comes out.
It is.
Yep. It is.
Happy voting, everybody.
Happy voting, or unless you early voted, but
which apparently everybody I know did. It's crazy that like I know so many people that once it becomes election time, they're like their whole shit switches up.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I thought everyone was on the same page that like it's the same shit either way.
Every year. Yep. Or
and
years.
Now I'm seeing so many people be like, I know it's like cool to not vote and everything, but like I'm going to vote for the person that has like, cares about women's body autonomy. I'm like, what are you saying? That's the administration has been in charge for 4 fucking years.
Yep.
Like I don't. The old man's calling me. Sorry, Dad. I'm gonna have to call you back. But dude, I don't know. I don't want to get too political or anything. But dude, like I said on maybe the last one, it says so much more.
Yep.
about them needing to change things up if a ton of people just do not participate.
That speaks volumes, 1,000%. But I don't think that's gonna. I'm gonna guess here. I think it will be not historically low, but it's gonna be obviously.
Dude, I
low.
think it's gonna be historically low.
Of
I think
voter
historically low is an accurate.
Because last time was historically high, and because everyone was bored and just caught up in their own shit.
Everyone was so over the. Which, dude, by the end of the T-Man's 4-year term,
his reign,
very few people were still as like engaged. People were just like, "Yo, this guy's been doing the same thing for over 4 years now."
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we've been dealing since like the end of 2014, probably.
Yep.
When he first started like being real.
It's been 10 years of this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like,
just get it over with. Just get it over with.
And like, he's not my guy, but I'm also like, yo, she's not my guy either.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you should look at that and be like, I'm not voting for someone that's not my guy.
It's funny that RFK is still on the ballot. Like, it was too late for him to be taken off in a lot of states. And it'd be really funny if that actually does just fuck everything up.
I would vote for him.
If I saw him on the ballot right now,
so
I would be
weird.
like, yeah, sure, why not? Throw him a vote.
He's
not going to win.
So fucking weird, but he is more real than the other two.
Yeah.
And so he's weird, but not like, what's that one lady, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is she the real strange one? One of them's like...
I'm not sure.
Pretty out there.
I forgot about Elizabeth Warren. There's all those big names out there.
Dude, Elizabeth
Buttigieg.
Warren.
I forgot.
Dude, wasn't Buttigieg like... People were like, he's gonna be the nominee.
Yeah, and then he had the picture of him with his like shit in his teeth, and it just ruined his career.
He had shit in his teeth?
He had just like a bunch of plaque built up in his teeth. And he was on a hike with his boyfriend or husband or partner, and he's smiling, and people are like, dude, what the fuck is in your teeth?
Dude, as someone that hasn't, I mean, I said this maybe the last pod or recent pod. Dude, I straight up drank soda my whole life. My teeth were so fucked up and still are kind of fucked up. Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't understand how people just have like visible, crazy plaque buildup.
They don't floss.
Yo, I don't really floss that much.
Well, maybe they don't brush as often.
But are people out here just not brushing their fucking teeth?
Guess so. I'd be brushing. I'm pretty bad at night though. I will say that, but I'll sometimes just brush during the day.
Yeah, I mean,
if I'm like, oof, get a
dude
whiff of it.
You can't just not brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. Well, yeah, but so homie definitely didn't brush his teeth that day, or fucked up, and I think it kind of derailed his political campaign.
But like, it blows my mind because like when I haven't brushed my teeth for like you said, sometimes I won't brush them before I go to bed.
Be naughty.
But like, I'll wake up the next day and be like, I have to brush my teeth. Like, I'll just feel them and be like, ew, man.
Yeah.
Like,
no one wants to be around me.
But dude, that's like visibly there's nothing on my teeth. Mm-hmm. Then I'm like if I smile for a picture, it doesn't look different than if I took it the day before without brushing my teeth. But these motherfuckers, what, you're just not brushing your teeth for like 2 months? I sort of don't like, dude, I know all I do is talk about these fucking true crime shows, but there's so many fascinating like consistencies with them. Everyone in them has terrible teeth. Everyone, dude, I was watching some Epstein shit recently. You know who Alan Dershowitz is, the lawyer, the famous lawyer?
The name rings a bell, but not
dude, this motherfucker needs to take a bath. He's like a famous rich lawyer, and his teeth are like,
you don't be showering?
Astonishing. He has like visible blackheads on his nose, and there's pictures of him where he has like 3 or 4 like long, thick hairs growing out of the center of his nose. I'm like, brother, aren't you rich? Like, go to the fucking, you can afford tweezers and like a facial or something, or, get veneers.
Yeah.
I do respect a rich motherfucker that has terrible teeth though, because I'm like, they're staying true
sticking
to
the roots.
Veneers are, I'm scared of veneers a little bit.
Of getting them or just people having them?
Oh, not people having them. I'm happy for them. Their teeth look great when they have them, but
like Personally, if you got them, you'd be scared of getting them.
It's just pretty involved.
It's pretty involved.
I think I would sooner get implants, but that's like quite a thing, an undertaking.
Yeah, I guess. What's the data on veneers in like 20? You have to get them replaced at some point.
I think so.
So it's like you're probably gonna replace a few times in your life.
But then that's for good. You just have little nubs.
Yeah, but how do they? The nubs are your tooth, right? From what I gather. Yeah. So, do they not get like decayed? Like, what if like food gets caught underneath a veneer? And...
I'm assuming that happens. We don't have a third mic. We get the professional down here. Yeah. She's probably upstairs, like
we got it. Yeah.
Sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think they can, but I know that when I got stuff done in the past, they would put something in there that was like some kind of medicinal properties that would make it so like in case there was any sort of like infection or decay, it would combat that. So I'm assuming maybe they rub a little of that on there. But I'm sure it happens, and then they're just like, we got to crack that off and put a new one on.
Less I have to go to the dentist, the better. Oh, I like going I go twice a year, but I like just going for a nice little cleaning. And they give me a little pat on the back. They go, "You been flossing?" I go, we do the whole song and dance, and then I leave.
I haven't been in a while, but I do need my teeth to be cleaned.
Yeah.
My biggest concern is the back of my front teeth. I think from smoking.
Yeah.
It's like I have like it's not decayed or anything. It's just like it looks kind of fucked up.
Peepaw's mouth.
Kind of, but like not even. It's not even that. It's not even that crazy. I just look at it. I'm like, compared to the rest of my teeth, I could tell that's the problem. That's becoming the problem area.
Yeah, switch up sides. You gotta switch them side of the mouth.
Yeah, I gotta start smoking through my nostrils. I think.
But so bringing it back, it's crazy to have those teeth because like I guess Tomeboy never went to the dentist. Because if you went to the dentist, they're gonna knock all that plaque off.
Well, that's another thing. I'm like, I don't go to the dentist often, and my teeth like
so it must have been
are not like that.
A long time for brother out there.
He cared too much about his politics.
He loves America too much to vote for it.
Dude, it's just so nuts to me. As someone that's like never had great teeth, I'm like, I can't believe. Like, I eat really crazy and bad, and I'm like, what are people with diabetes eating?
I wonder that too, and how much
are you just eating? More prone to it? Because my sister's, I think it's partially because of drug use, but my sister became diabetic, and so it's definitely.
Do you eat like? I want to see how much like a person eats during the day and what they eat. Because it's probably way worse than maybe we're eating pretty healthy. Maybe if you put it on a line, we fall on the more healthier side. Just saying.
Look in the camera. I'm the fattest I've ever been, probably. And
I know
it doesn't help that like these chairs sit us back a little. So like
the double chin is prone.
When we sit up, we might be still fat. Doesn't matter. I mean, whatever at this point. But I have been having like a back and forth with my pants.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
oh, dude, same. I sized up, but it's sized up, but also like just admitting it because I didn't admit it for a long time. I was like, I should go a little bigger, and it was tight and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I stepped on the scale. It was pretty hefty. Been back on the salads, so hopefully that helps before we leave for a tour, and just life, dude. Whatever.
I'm getting skinny on the tour. You'll see. You'll all see.
end of the 3 weeks, it'll just be.
I'm coming back for Christmas, and nobody wants me to be Santa, dude. I'm gonna be
Jack Frost.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Skeletor or Jack Skellington.
Yeah. I wish I wish I had a secret cheat code, like how people are like, oh, I just stopped eating this and I got skinny. It's like, I don't have that cheat code in my life,
dude. You know what's crazy though? I don't even want to be skinny. I think I just want to be a little bit healthier than I am. Yeah. Like I want to like.
That's so positive. That's so positive of you.
Dude, I just don't really want to like feel shitty.
No, I don't want to feel shitty. I just want to be.
I just want to take my shirt off and not feel like kind of weird. But I don't think that ever happens unless you're like in great shape. Yeah. I think you either just like have a switch in your mind where you're like, I really just don't give a fuck. And I guess I don't. Like I'm like, who who cares? But there is something in the back of my head that's always like, and this is just like how I think in general, not just my shirt off.
Yeah.
But I do have a fear that there's people like, God, that guy's gross. Like I don't ever want anyone to think I'm like disgusting.
I don't want to take my shirt off at a show and people be like, "Oh, that he looks like the bassist from Newfound Glory, early 2000s."
But dude, when you see a big boy take their shirt off at a show, I'm like, that's so awesome.
He's got balls.
Like nothing. There's no part of me that's like, ooh, put it back on. I'm like, brother, fucking go off.
Get those titties out.
But then I just think about like my friends that are like really into like fitness and shit. Or I'm like, are they looking upon me and just thinking like, yuck?
We could chisel him up.
I think I might have said this on the live pod, but I do have a constant fear my whole life that I don't want my friends to think I'm like gross.
I don't think you're gross, and I'm your friend.
That's good. That's good to know.
Speaking of live pod, if you want to watch it, patreon.com/quityourban while you still can.
Dude, I haven't watched it.
It's good. It's really good. It's way better than the last one, production wise. I'd say we nailed it. So shout out Britton for filming. It's awesome. It feels good. I wish we would have done it in a different place, but I was glad that City Winery had us.
Fuck it, dude. I gotta watch it. Is it up?
Yeah, have it
Patrons
up on the Patreon. Yeah, patrons can watch it. Yeah, patrons can watch it. The video slugs or whatever they're called. Maybe I'll break it down for everyone to watch on there because we'll do a Patreon episode this week too. New Patreon. So sorry we forgot about you guys a little bit, but we're always thinking about you, so we never forget about you.
Yeah, we're busy, unfortunately.
We just did that run, so
we're gonna be fucking podding. I think we should do
pod every day.
I think we should do 2 podcasts every day on the tour.
I don't know about 2, but we should definitely do at least. It would be fun to do 1 a day.
I'm down to try and see. We shouldn't say this on the podcast, but I'm down to try to do that as best we can. It definitely will not happen, but I think 1 a day, even if it's not an hour, I think we should shoot for an hour.
Yeah.
But like, inevitably, it's not going to work an hour every day.
I think that could work. Like, we'll just be like, hey, from 12 to 1, we'll just pod. Or like, just have it set in the schedule, Because if it's too late in the day, it's going to be sound check and the show's going to start, and I'm not going to want to do shit.
We'll ask folks to be like, hey, can you tour manage our podcast too, and just like maybe just kind of have that in the schedule and remind us and like make sure that we do it.
You got to get it in the bunk. Yeah. I got some good ideas now. Just thinking about it, we can.
I think we could do a podcast a day most days. So inevitably, we will miss some.
Yeah. Should we do that for the patrons? Should it be That'd be a fun. I think that'd be a fun series. I think that would be a really fun series.
We'll do main feed. We'll make sure there's a main feed every Monday, but also for the patrons, they'll get the remaining six episodes. Who the fuck's gonna listen to this straight up?
I don't know. I think
3.5 weeks.
I think it would be kind of fun. It might be the kind of thing where we can just have people roll in, just really casual.
Yeah, I mean, there's people on the tour that we get along with and like. So
put Joe on the mic.
Dude, I don't think he'll do it. Joe Kane, who plays in Super Heaven, I've been trying to get the guy to do a podcast for literally since 2017, and he won't do it.
I want to have the guys on. I think it'd be fun.
I think it would be fun too. I think Zach would maybe do it. I think Joe would maybe if we're like, it's only for Patreon, then maybe he'll do it. So then we'll really reel in those patrons.
Yeah.
Be like, we got Joe on record for the first time.
But I think it'd be fun. Come do it here, and maybe Britton come again and have him film it, make sure it looks not very nice. That could be cool. But 1 a day for however long that tour is, I have no idea. Like 3 weeks.
It's like 3.5 weeks. I think
we'll miss Thanksgiving, obviously, but besides that, we'll be pretty good.
I'll do a solo one on Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna be sitting here. So
you're not doing anything for Thanksgiving,
dude? I don't think so. I'm gonna see what I'm
gonna go to my sister's.
Family, but like, dude, we're gonna be like home from tour. I kind of just want to like chill with the wife and the cats.
Yeah.
And I don't like my family, so no, I'm kidding. I do.
We love you, ants. We love all the ants.
Obviously, they all watch this and fucking despise me because of this podcast. But no, I like my family. I just like, dude, I'm not really like a Thanksgiving person. I think I always kind of. I will say, having divorced parents, I definitely am like over going to multiple
Sorry, man.
It's okay. It would be different. I don't think I've ever really been affected by their divorce because they divorced. Like I have no memories of my parents.
Yeah, they're pretty young.
Even
right?
hugging each other.
Uh-huh.
Like, and they divorced when I was 30. No, they divorced like literally when I was like 1 year old or something, or like separated then. And like,
so you've always known them.
Yeah, I don't really know them together or anything. So, fucking retards. But yo, have you seen The Substance?
The Substance,
the movie with Demi Moore.
Oh, and she looks like a troll, or not a troll, like she looks like Barbarian, right?
Did you see it?
No, I did not see it. I just saw like a picture of her.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, I know about it. I haven't seen it.
There was just like been a lot of talk about it. And me and Joey watched it last night. I've
been looking for a movie to watch. We were trying to watch a movie last night. Couldn't come up with anything. How was it?
It was good. It was definitely a movie. And listen,
let me look it up.
It was definitely a movie. How do I say this? It was for women.
Oh,
but it's not like a. It's not like a. It's not like a women. But it was definitely like women are. The movie was made for women.
Is it scary? Is it scary?
It's
or is it like a thriller?
It could be.
It's just
thrown in the horror genre. Technically,
it is horror / sci-fi.
That makes sense.
Maybe falls a little more in the sci-fi.
I think so. It's like disgusting. It's like it's like grotesque. There's so many scenes that are like.
Oh, it's on Prime Video. I should have watched it.
It's I would give it a.
Dennis Quaid is in it. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's in it. His teeth are disgusting in it. It's awesome. His character's great.
I'm kind of in, dude. Maybe I'll try to.
I'm more of a Randy Quaid guy. I think Randy would have fucking killed that role, but
he's kind of blacklisted, right?
I guess I haven't heard hair nor hide of him in years.
Hopefully he makes a comeback.
I think the only time Randy Quaid is ever brought up in conversation is when I bring up how I remember that he's Jack Quaid's uncle, and that makes me laugh.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because I want to know if they have a relationship and what it's like.
They're not going over each other's house for Thanksgiving. I'll tell you that.
Do you think they're pen pals at least? Randy, Uncle Randy, so sorry we've been excommunicated. I will always continue to correspond with you in secret, despite what the Hollywood cabal has to say about it.
I feel like as you get older, it's so much harder to just stay in contact with uncles and aunts out there.
Dude, it's so weird because it should kind of be the opposite.
Dude, I think it falls on them. Because they got less and less to do. They should hit me up more. Like, why do I got to be traveling to get to you?
I'm going to get myself in trouble again.
I know.
I just feel like dude, I used to always think that my family was really close. And dude, I don't think any of them are. I'm not like super close with my sisters or super close with like, I think I always thought I was.
It seems like you have a good relationship with them. And I think maybe that's.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have like an estranged family.
But I don't really
on the
like.
Outside, it doesn't seem that way.
I'm the same way with my family that I am with my friends in that like, I'm really bad at hitting them up.
Mm.
Just because I'm like, I'm just sort of like, I'll just talk to him when I see him.
Yeah, I'll see him.
But then I have friends that are like, will hit me up sometimes. Yeah. And they're like, yo, what's up, dude? And I'm like,
nothing.
Yeah, hey, what's up? But then like, I don't mind that they do, but for some reason, I always feel like I'm going to hit someone up and they're like, what's this motherfucker want?
All right, here he
dude,
comes
I
asking.
hate when people think that I want something from
I know. Them. I mostly don't want something from anyone. If I do, I'm pretty just straightforward with it. Hey, what's up? In the same text, this is what I'm asking.
It's got to be that. You can't hit someone up with like,
what's up?
Yo.
Nothing.
I've said this before. Yo
does not do it for me.
I have a DM that's just collecting cobwebs from some random person that hit me with yo and never followed up. And I'm like, if you got something to say, you got to say it. Or I mean, I don't really respond to any DMs anyway. If someone like asks me a question about like,
unless it's sometimes funny ones, I'll play along. But other times I'm just like, yeah. I posted a picture of the Rizzler, and that might have been my most like engagement ever.
Dude.
Just him sitting there in the chair like that.
Dude, he's gonna have a hard life, man.
They made it to the. There's no going up. That's it, right? That's it for them.
I mean,
like, where do they go from there?
What
Make
if
a movie?
the Rizzler banged Hawktua?
Yo,
what if that's her guy?
He needs to go on the podcast, and he rizzes her up.
I think
my pussy's barking.
Yeah, he would definitely put in work on that show for sure. I do think that they probably have a resentment towards each other. They got to be competitors
because it kind of came up at the same time.
I think so.
Came up at the same time. I'm kind of shocked that Hawktua hasn't been on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon.
They're probably like
he can't afford her.
They can't afford her. They probably are like, we don't know what she's gonna say.
She's too unpredictable. I mean, yeah, you got the Costco guys. They got what 5 taglines and that's it.
Maybe they're like, we can't talk about why she's famous.
True.
Dude, late night is who watches that shit, man?
Dude, no one. I feel like it's just like syndicated or just like on.
That's how you know the Costco's guys have fallen off because they were like, I guess we'll do Fallon.
I guess. Whatever. Now it would be
crickets.
It would be cool to like as a band side of it to play one of those late night shows. I think that'd be cool.
Dude. I don't think it would.
Achievement. No, it would. Like the older folks would be like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Mom and dad, the uncles, they may reach back out. You might have a relationship.
I would say, like I've established, I don't care. I don't care what they say.
I would do it. It would be cool. A lot of them are up in New York too, so they're not too far. So I think it'd be sick.
Then I feel like I have to pretend like I like respect the whole thing.
It would be cool. It would be. I think it would be cool.
I would feel so tempted to just be like, Jimmy, I don't respect you, brother.
Jimmy.
I don't respect you. Why do you act the way that you do?
We could.
Thanks for having us, but why do you act this way? You need to fucking
we could have
compose
shirts like
yourself.
that. Jimmy, why you act the way you do? Just
Dude,
like really big.
just Jimmy, calm down.
We rip them off, dude, right before we start playing. That could be. A
I don't think they're live anymore.
Are they not live?
Dude, I think they record like 8 of those a day.
They do record a lot of them because I remember.
At least that's how they do game shows.
Because they mix it afterwards too, like the live performances at least.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. A little auto-tune won't hurt. You're not trying to have an Ashley Simpson on your hands. Which kind of popped back up in my feed when she did the jig.
Yeah, but it's not like we play vocal tracks.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I mean,
not yet. Maybe on this tour. Speaking of which, come out to the shows. I think there's still tickets available to the Story So Far Super Heaven shows. So I'm not going to list the dates, but you can find them.
Yeah, come out. You never know. Maybe we might never fucking play another tour after this.
Maybe not, or maybe we do. Who knows? Who really knows? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the tour. It's gonna be sick. We'll have a new president by then, so everything will be. I'm actually super excited for that. That's kind of like a little anchor in my life because I'll be past all this, like November 5th voting shit.
I thought you meant like the election. I was like. I'm fucking can't wait for the shit to be in the past.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just like, I can't wait for the first date in Nashville. Because I'm like.
Who you got? Who you think's going to win, by the way?
Actually, I genuinely think, I don't know. But, dude, so, all right. Let me give a little backstory. I follow SpaceX, so I like space, right? So my Twitter gets very Elon-y, right?
I muted him.
It's just so all of it is just like, and he's a Trump guy, so it's all just like he's winning. So I feel like it's like Fox News on my feed right now because it's just like, oh, Kamala is doing terrible. She's not going to win anything. So in my head, I'm like, oh fuck, it's going to be a landslide. He's going to win. And then I watched him on a few podcasts, and I was like, is he going to get that young vote? Or people are just like, he's funny. Like I'm not going to vote for him. So I could see him winning. I think it'd be sick if he lost.
6 months ago, I was like, there's no way he's not winning again.
Yeah, when he got shot.
Oh, dude.
That was the coolest.
Yo, after they posted his mugshot, and then he got shot like not long after, I was like, it's locked. Like
put a bow on it.
That's the coolest, like, you could, and again, not my guy.
Yeah.
However, Kamala is not my guy either. And if she got arrested and had a mugshot posted and got her fucking ear shot off within months, I would be like, that's pretty fucking cool, man.
Pretty hard.
For a president-elect, now, granted, that's one of the lamest things you can be in life. So take that with a grain of salt.
Vice president, though.
vice president.
Miss Vice President.
Oh, dude, we gotta have John back on and be like, so what were you saying about how you like Tim Walz, dude? That guy's a fucking wiener, man. When he said that, I didn't want to fucking ruffle his feathers, but I was like, what do you mean by that?
I don't even know
what do you like about him? You don't even know that man.
I think you're just trying to pick someone that was in the two. They all suck. But yeah, who do you got? Who do you got?
Dude, honestly, like I said, 6 months ago, I would have thought the T-Man had it locked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ms. K.
Ms. K.
Dude, like I said, having seen all the people that I know that have been like so like gung-ho about funding foreign wars and this and that, it's like they have switched to where they're like, they forgot all of that. Mm-hmm. Like they forgot. It's like, so you're just content voting with the administration that has been doing, and like, dude, nothing's going to change either way. They're both going to do that. I was thinking today that when all of like the campaign ads where they just like shit on each other and it's just like grim music. It's like Kamala wants to raise taxes so your family has to kill your youngest child.
I'm Donald Trump. I support this message.
Yeah, like, dude, everything that they say that the other candidate is doing is things that you know that they themselves are going to do.
Yeah.
So all of that negative stuff is the stuff you can count on them doing, and all the positive stuff that their ads say that they're going to do, like, they're not doing any of that.
No, that's just
none of that stuff is happening. So that's how you should look at politics in general. You're not going to win in any situation.
So you think Kamala's going to win? Miss K. I like Miss K.
I think it's going to be close, but yeah, I kind of feel like she is.
That'd be historic. Historically low voting and a historic woman winning the presidency.
Yeah, and I saw a meme the other day that was like, it was like a political cartoon. It was like two people in Palestine being like,
oh boy,
being like, they like had tears in their eyes and like, oh my God, I'm so glad. And there's like rubble behind them and shit. And it's just like, Christ. Oh my God, I'm so glad that we're here for this historic event. Yeah. Like the first woman president that's going to drop bombs on us. And it's like, yo, that's how you should look at it. That is exactly what it is.
I mean, they're all, you're a warlord, yeah.
And like, yo, if having a woman president is important to you, then vote away.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see any benefit to voting for either person. Is that privilege? Maybe. But I can tell you that it's not going to make any difference in your life one way or another, no matter who you are, who wins this election.
Wow.
You lose either way.
Who are you guys voting for? Drop a link.
Yeah, drop a comment.
Drop a comment. Who'd you vote for?
Dude, I just feel like what a thing that everyone knows is a scam, and then for some reason around October they're like,
yeah, red, white, and blue.
They have
colors
so much
run,
to say.
Type shit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you're listening to this on Monday, when this came out, then have fun tomorrow.
I hope you're standing in line.
But if you're listening to this post-election, did we get it right? Is our past selves correct? That's crazy.
The thing is, I totally don't care. The only thing that I care is how people are going to act about it.
I like the game of it. I truly like. You watch like CNN, or then you switch over to like Fox, and they're like, "This person's losing, and this person's winning." Or like you're saying the opposite stuff, but like there's only one truth here, so it kind of pulls. It shows you what's going on behind the scenes. But I like the guy who he talks like, all right, well, he's up in the race and he keeps like tapping his fingers like this every time he comes back on camera.
That's Mr. Burns.
And it's not far off from Mr. Burns.
Speaking of, did you see the video of Joe Biden biting the baby's
Yes,
leg?
I loved it, dude. Yo, it's sick because now he's not running. It's just like, yeah, do whatever you want, dude.
Nobody cares.
No,
I saw the
fun.
picture and I took a screenshot of it so I could laugh at it later. and I just laughed for like 2 minutes and then I just forgot about it until just now.
Dude, it's great. I'm so glad. That's the coolest thing that's happened, that he decided to not run anymore, because now it's like, oh yeah, you're just Grandpa Joe. I can just like laugh at you. I saw like a series of all the fun stuff he's done. But
Dude, do you think he's gonna die like by December?
No, if Jimmy Carter's still hanging on, I think
He's not, dude. We might have already talked about that on here, but
yeah, I think
dude,
last pod.
They gotta let him die, man.
Yeah, throw a little cyanide or whatever in his drip.
Dude, I think just like leave him alone for 2 minutes. He's gonna just like his soul's gonna leave.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's left.
He looks like he's begging to. Yeah, he really does look full Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Like they're wheeling him around in like a wheelbarrow and just being like, he's voting. Like, no, he's not.
Yeah, it seems like the brain's not there anymore, but the heart's still like pumping somehow. Yeah, I think Biden's got a few years left. I think if he just kind of, give him a few more. My thing is, my question to everyone is, if T-Man loses, are we gonna have to deal with this another 4 years, or will he finally admit I'm too old? Because he'll be like 84 or something.
Oh, will he run again?
Will he run again? Will we have to deal with 20 years?
I don't think he'll run again. Truly.
Then in that case, I hope he loses. I was thinking, just win, get this over with, and then we'll be done. But if he loses, is he coming back?
People aren't going to like what I have to say about this. But I'm not voting. I think it truly doesn't matter who the fuck wins. Life is going to be asked for the people that it's asked for, regardless. However, culturally speaking, I do think that everyone relaxes a little more for whatever reason when, I mean, I know the reason, when he's not at the helm.
Yeah,
Trump, that is. Because then you got the people that are like overly, I don't want to say overly sensitive because I'm overly sensitive myself. But I mean overly sensitive about like language and like basically what other people think is funny. Because that's really what my hang up is with people that are, for lack of a better term, like very woke. Yes. It's like they kind of
woke culture. They
don't realize that they kind of want to put parameters on what other people can and can't say or do, and I don't like that. So those people tend to be a little more relaxed when Trump is not in the White House. So for that reason only, I don't want him to win.
Miss Gay, we're pulling for you.
But I've said before,
so endorsed. So
she's one of the most evil candidates I think that's ever. She is like so phony that I feel like it's so bizarre that anybody is like, we like her.
Yeah, I'm with her. Do they do I'm with her? Or is that only a Hillary thing?
I think that's Hill Dog only, dude. I don't think you can.
Hill Dog might be worse though than Miss Gay.
Dude, I think with her
doing the TikTok dances and stuff, I was like, come on,
she's
girl.
pathetic. But I think with her, she's like a lifelong like
lizard,
aspiring, politician.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm like, okay.
Her on Broad City, I was like, come on,
dude. That
man.
they gotta like. I hope they regret that.
They were caught up, and hopefully, we should have them on the pod. Homegirls
we should have a rich person on the pod.
That would be fun. So, how do you do your taxes? How do you get out of tax fraud?
Yeah, can you lend me a little money? I want to buy a garage.
Can you fund the pod?
Dude, I might. Dude, if I make a little bit more money, I might buy a garage.
I was thinking about, it'd be cool to have like,
is that a bad investment?
Buy property? No, never. It's a good investment, especially if you get a good interest rate.
What if the building's a dump?
Then you sell it. But if you got a good interest rate and you hold on to it for a few years, it'll come out in the wash. You might lose $20K, but you also might make a couple $100,000.
So what if the building's kind of a dump? But I'm like, let's say I got to put like 50 G's into it.
Okay.
To make it like, that doesn't include like all the cool shit I'm going to buy.
Right, yeah. Just to like make it live or hang.
Make it like a nice building.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is that? What are you asking me?
You still think that's a worthy investment?
Yeah, have property? Because this is coming from my limited knowledge, but you don't really, it's like a bank account. You're just basically putting money in, you're putting all your money but into this structure that holds its value. It's not like buying a car, you spend $100,000 on a car. and you drive it for
which I did.
The Porsche outside's nice. After 10 years, it's worth $10,000. The property you put $200,000 in or a lot of money in, it just stays the same or goes up or goes down a little bit, but it will never go to zero. You know?
I've never once thought about it's crazy because I don't really care about buying a house, but I'm like I could buy a garage.
Garage would be cool, dude. Just have a place to park it up.
There's a really shitty one down the street that is kind of like how you were talking about, garage downstairs.
You could rent it. That's the other thing too. You could, even if everything fails, you have a garage in the city that you just rent out to people and it pays the fucking mortgage on it.
True.
That's like
True.
The worst part. Worst thing that happens, you just do like a Craigslist post, like, "Hey, garage parking spot for $250 a month." Okay, yeah, you get a few of those people in there.
Dude, this is how the fucking and then everybody finds out about it and turns on me like the Waves guy when they found out the Waves guy like owns an apartment building and they're like what a fucking piece of shit.
Kill him.
Like,
cause like Wave Homie's definitely not. That band's not crushing it. Like they used to.
I think his response was like,
he's gotta eat.
I live with my parents.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I own a mansion and I rent. It's like I bought this as like a investment thing and like.
Which is probably smart because.
And he was like, "Do you think I make much money off of this music?" Which he probably makes an okay amount off of music, to be clear. But
he doesn't make as much as a lot of people think.
But dude, same thing happened with Hannibal Buress.
Yep.
People are like, he owns an apartment
little different,
building,
but still.
and people are like, it's like, yo, anybody that has $1 million owns a building somewhere and rents it to somebody.
I'm also thinking that in that case, it's probably you're so rich and so on the move. You probably are a financial advisor being like, "Oh, we're gonna buy houses, good investment." You're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And you just sign the papers. You don't even think about it.
And that's exactly what I would do.
Because now we know Beyonce and Jay-Z have a spot in what was it, Ocean City? Not Ocean City. In Asbury.
We saw Beyonce giving Jay-Z head through the window. I have a picture of it. It's very, very, very blurry. It looks. You can make less out than you can in the original Bigfoot video. But trust me, I know that it was them.
It looks like them.
Well, we did the math. We were like, okay.
It has to be.
If they own an apartment in this building, which we looked it up and it's confirmed they actually do, they would be on the top floor, obviously. You think Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to be in the fucking middle or something? No.
Beyonce.
And they're going to be on the end that faces the ocean, obviously. And the lights were on in that very apartment. So
obviously someone was there.
And obviously, it couldn't have been someone they know that just stays there sometimes. It had to have been them.
They wanted to get away. They wanted a night out, weekend out.
Dude, they were probably trying to hide out after all the fucking Diddy controversy.
It actually may have been them. Now that I'm thinking about it.
They've been dragged into it a bit.
I mean, all the pictures are Diddy and then Jay-Z right next to him being like...
With no shirt on.
Yeah, leaning in. Oof. Yeah, wait. Oh, Diddy.
Diddy.
I don't know if that's
Diddy,
gonna.
Diddy,
Who do you think he's voting for? You get a vote in jail? No, right? He gets a.
No. If you're a felon, you can't vote, like ever again.
But you can. Oh, ever again?
If you're a convicted felon, you can't vote.
But you can run for president.
I guess so.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
nuts.
I agree with that.
That you can. You shouldn't be able to vote, but you can.
I think
run
you
for
should.
president?
I think you should be able to vote, but I do agree that you should still be able to vote with a felony, even though he has 30 or something.
I think if you're out of jail, why not? You're back in society. If you pay taxes, you should be able to vote.
We should also. I also feel in it. I know this is feeling like I'm. This is the. I feel like I keep having to reiterate. Yeah. He's not my guy. Yeah. I truly don't like the fucking guy. But I will say it's important to. He has all these felony charges.
Yeah.
But they changed the law just to get him. Look into that.
Doesn't seem right.
Which are so to me, I'm like, those are phony felonies. Not my guy. Don't give a fuck about this guy. But I do
iterate enough.
I do feel like there's a lot of dishonesty about the whole thing that's just like because dude, the people that are psyched about it really don't care to think much more about it. They're like, oh, they got him. They got him.
But then what's your alternative? And that's what people you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean so basically,
I'm voting for him.
Yeah, what was it? What were the people saying? It was like his plan to
take over.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I forget what it was called. Like the 25th.
Oh, the 25th. Yeah, Project 25 or something.
Project 25.
Yeah.
And like literally the week that started being posted about, he was like, I have nothing to do with that. Yeah. He's like, I don't even know what that is.
Yep, that's what he says. But I don't. I think it's true.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. But
I don't know.
This is the political episode.
Again,
on Patreon, we don't even talk about politics.
Not my guy. Well, on Patreon, I'll tell you who I'm actually voting for and why.
Yo, you know what we should start doing? We should start teasing all of the juicy stuff that we're going to talk about our families on the Patreon, so that our family members that do listen and want to get mad at me subscribe to the Patreon. At least when we're making money off of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea.
So,
dude, I think the 25 or podcast every day on the Patreon is going to be fun. I think that's going to be a real.
It's going to be fun until like the 6th day when we're just like so over it.
Like, what do we talk about? We'll have people call in.
We could have people call in.
I was trying to figure if there's Wi-Fi, we just like stream it or something. But
we should just be like, hey, we probably have to reactivate a new number, but we should just have like next episode, we'll get a number and be like, hey, leave voicemails because we're going to try to do this every day. So we need like, we need a fodder.
Okay, we do that. Also, we can use the Instagram and just go live on Instagram and have the episode be there.
Dude, I'm afraid of going live.
No one goes live anymore.
Nobody goes live and nobody watches live. So when you go live, you got like 25 people max.
That'd be pretty good. I think we get more than that. I think we get like 100 people.
Dude, I don't know if we could.
In these days.
I feel like Doja Cat gets like 45 watchers.
She's doing her makeup too. Yeah, I think it's moved all over to like YouTube and stuff. Because you can set like a premiere going live at this time. That's too much work. Fuck. Yeah, maybe we'll do the number. I mean, we can also post like, hey, call in now. We're doing the pod. Just have someone call in.
That's true.
Do that. There's a lot of things we could do. Or not. Or maybe just have the voicemail. The voicemail would be good, but we need good voicemails. We need good.
That's what I mean. Maybe if we get like a bunch of voicemails, we can at least like, vet them and be like, okay, these will be 3 good ones to read.
Yeah.
Well, we can wade through the shit a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't like I don't know. Should we go advice mode? Call us for advice.
Stavi style? Yeah, we could do that. It'd be fun. But don't listen to my advice. Just hear me out.
Yeah, legally we have to say don't listen to our advice, but I think we know what we're talking about.
How do I navigate Thanksgiving? We got you. Don't go. Next question.
Honestly, just hang out with your wife and your cats, dude. Why would you go hang out with your family?
Yeah, this Thanksgiving probably is going to be bad because people are going to be mad.
Rough one. It's going to be a rough one, man.
And then people are going to be sad, and they're like, why'd you do that? The economy's crashing. Oh, God.
No matter what, you're going to have an uncle wearing some kind of like bizarre Trump merch.
Like, you came in with that?
Whether he wins or loses, it's gonna be like, dude. So, do you think that if Trump loses, they're gonna say that
it was fake?
It was fake, and vice versa.
I don't think. But if Miss K loses, she'll say it's fake. I don't think so.
The first time he won, they were like, Russia hacked us.
You're right, they did. But wasn't that true?
That was 100% false.
Okay, there you go. I got my information mixed. Yeah, then definitely they're both just gonna lie.
What a weird thing that they do. Like,
it's believable. That's the thing, though. It's like, oh yeah, that's believable that Russia would hack, or it's believable that there's fake votes, like the hanging chads. Kind of. It's not that far fetched.
I think it is. For another country to hack straight up another country's entire election, and for what purpose?
To get the person they want in? I don't know, because there's that whole like Putin timeline, like, I don't know. Dude,
but I think that's all straight up like made up. I think it's fully made up.
Sure it is. It's all like, they're like writing a novel. They're like, oh, how can we...
These are our lives. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't pay taxes, so.
Yeah. Never have, Never will.
I'm a conscientious objector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to prison, but you know what? I stuck to my guns. Just kidding. I do my taxes.
Yes.
Maybe I don't. Find out on the Patreon. Are we going to Patreon? Should we go to Patreon?
Let's go to Patreon. Let's take a quick little break. We'll see everyone on the Patreon. Patreon.com/SquitcherMan while you still can for the better content, the better C words.
Find out what I have, all the names I'm going to call my dead grandma on Patreon.
Later, everyone.